Alright. Double Jeopardy time.
Double Jeopardy rounds are Asian countries, Endgame,
And in quotation marks.
stars and their roles, presidential campaigns, Brutus,
And
P is for
in
physics.
quotation marks. We have
Player
2
three.
daily doubles
You're
up there in
last
this round.
place, which means you get to select first in Double Jeopardy. He penned the immortal line, "The fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars, but in ourselves."
Samuel.
Okay, player 3.
John Milton. No, that wasn't it. It wasn't him.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
Okay, it's
Player
not
one.
John Milton. Who is William Shakespeare?
That's
Yes.
right, way to go. Player 1, pick again.
Brutus for 8.
In this 13th century work, Brutus is described as suffering in the lowest pit of hell. Let's hear it, player 3.
Canterbury Tales?
No.
No. Samuel's at
Anyone
minus
else?
4,200, and I'm wondering how he even made it onto the show. It's not Canterbury Tales.
Here's the correct response. Inferno.
Inferno.
Select again. This Greek biographer of parallel lives suggested Brutus was Julius Caesar's illegitimate son. Here's the response we were looking for. Plutarch.
Brutus for
You again,
1,600.
player 1. Brutus joined a conspiracy to assassinate Julius Caesar that was led by this man. The correct response is Cassius.
Cassius. Let's finish the category.
You get to pick again. During the Roman Civil War, Brutus sided with this man, but was later pardoned by Julius Caesar. Oops.
Or rather, totally missed.
We're talking about Pompey.
Alright, let's go somewhere else.
Please pick again. player
Endgame
one.
for 400.
Christmas in Calais or Cannes?
What is Noel?
Okay, player 1. Good.
Endgame for 8.
Player 1. In a song from the film The Jungle Book, these are bare.
What are necessities?
It's player 1. Good.
Look for the bare necessities, the simple
Player one,
bare
you pick
necessities.
again, please.
Alt again, game for
This Latin
1,200.
term means it does not follow. Hey, what's for lunch? Yes, player 2.
Non sequitur.
Yes.
Yep.
Player 2. Pick again.
Endgame for 1,600.
Evil gold hoarders are the title guys in Wagner's Ring of the This. It's player 1.
What is Norseman? No.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
Samuel.
Player 3. That
Nibelung. Nibelung is what we needed.
Player 3, back to you for our next selection. From the Arabic for hunting horn, it's another name for mother of pearl. Here's what we were looking for. Nacre.
Naker. Okay.
Choose again. Player 3.
Stars and their rules for 400.
She was magazine editor Miranda Priestley, who fiendishly wore Prada. Okay, player 1.
Who's Anne Hathaway? No.
Sorry. Any
Or
other
was it Meryl
takers?
Streep?
Here's the correct response. Meryl Streep.
Yeah, it was Meryl Streep.
We return to you, player 3. He was Julian Kay, an American gigolo. Here's the correct response. Richard Gere.
Richard Gere.
You get to pick again, player 3. In 2005, this actor walked the line as Johnny Cash. Yes, player 1.
Who is Joaquin Phoenix? Yep. Actors in their roles for 1600, please.
Pick again. He was Charlie Chaplin in a 1992 biopic. Here's the correct response. Robert Downey Jr.
Actors in their roles for 2000.
Player 1. He was Heathcliff to Merle Oberon's Kathy in 1939's Wuthering Heights. Here's what we were looking for. Laurence Olivier.
Laurence Olivier.
Player 1.
Asian
back to
countries
you
for 4.
Our next song. The world's largest blue coral reef is one of the natural treasures of this country's Ishigaki Island. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is Japan?
Hey, you're right.
Asian countries for 8.
We return to, and I'll hand it off to Kelly.
You'll find the palace seen here in this country's capital.
Player 1.
What is China?
Right.
1200 Asian countries.
You again, player Norodom Sihamoni assumed its throne in 2004. We're talking about Cambodia.
Cambodia. 1600, please. Asian countries.
Select again. In November of 1976, the United States vetoed this reunited country's admission to the UN. Here is what we wanted. Vietnam.
Vietnam. 2000.
Player 1. Dhaka is its capital. Here's the response we were looking for. Bangladesh.
Bangladesh. We have 2 categories left.
Choose again.
Peace
player
for
1.
physics for 400.
It's the P in P equals force times velocity.
We know where the daily doubles are hiding.
Player 1.
What is pressure? No. Oh,
Anyone else want to hazard a guess?
I think
on
it's
this?
power. Well, too late now.
Yes, player 3.
Yeah, it was my second guess.
Player 3. You pick again, please. This element, Pu, was first detected in a cyclotron at Berkeley in 1940. The correct response is plutonium.
Plutonium.
We return to you, player 3.
Presidential campaigns for 4.
A campaign slogan in 1964 said, "All the way with these 3 letters." Let's hear it, player 1.
What is LBJ?
That is
Couldn't have been JFK because
player
this
1.
was after his
Back to you.
assassination. Peace for physics 1200.
A cube is an example of a rectangular one of these. A Pink Floyd cover displays a triangular one. It's player 1.
What is a prism?
Yeah.
Yes. Peace for physics for
Select
1600.
again. The bob of a simple one of these moves with simple periodic motion.
Samuel.
Player 3.
Pendulum?
Correct.
Yes.
Player 3, back to you for
Piece of
our
Physics
next
2000. Answer, one of the daily doubles.
answer. The first
He has minus
two daily
600, but he can risk up to 2,000.
doubles. You're in last place.
350. Well,
Please enter
he'll
your
stay in the
answer.
hole even if he
It's an
misses.
elementary light particle, also called a fuzzy ball.
Photon?
Right, you are.
Yes.
Player 3, you pick again.
Presidential
please.
campaigns 800.
I pledge myself to a new deal for the American people, he said in accepting his 1932 nomination. Let's hear it, player 1.
Who's Franklin Roosevelt?
Right.
Yes. 1200.
Player 1.
Answer, daily double.
Answer. The second daily double. You are in the lead right now. How much are you going to wager, player 1?
I am going to risk, let's see here. I'm just going to go for 200 because I don't really know a lot about presidential.
Here is your clue. The 1976 ticket of Jimmy Carter and this running mate was dubbed Fritz and Grits.
Who is Hubert Humphrey?
However, you keep your lead. Here's what we were looking for. Walter Mondale.
Walter Mondale. Good thing I only risked the 200.
You get to pick again. In 1916, he campaigned under the slogan, "He kept us out of war." The correct response is Woodrow Wilson.
Woodrow Wilson.
And the $2,000 clue? The Whigs used a log cabin as a symbol in his 1840 campaign. Yes,
Samuel,
player
you
three.
need this right to make it to Final Jeopardy.
Yes. You
William
got
Henry
some money
Harrison,
again.
and that puts Samuel out of the hole at
Congratulations
1750, and
to all
he
of
will
you.
be around
We'll
for Final
continuing
Jeopardy.
on to Final Jeopardy.
Katie's
when we
in
come
second with 2,800 or 2,600, I
Time to
think it
get ready
is.
for
And I've
Final
got a big
Jeopardy.
lead.
And
The
today's
category for Final
is
Jeopardy
this.
today is
US
presidents.
president. You need to select.
Alright, yeah, Katie's 2,600. Alright, let's go with 5,200.
Each direction on the plus control pad represents a different response. Press a direction to select.
Alright,
one.
Final Jeopardy
Let's see what
category
it
is
is.
US presidents,
That's the
and the answer
He's
is...
the only U.S. president who never lived in the District of Columbia.
Who is Abraham Lincoln? Alright, Samuel, we'll
Let's see
begin
your
with you.
response.
William Henry Harrison.
Sorry, that
Incorrect.
response will drop your score by.
It cost you 855, bringing you down to 895.
What did you put as your
Over to
response?
Katie. Teddy Roosevelt.
And what
And that
was you?
too is incorrect. It'll cost you 700, dropping you to 1,900. As for me,
What did you say?
I said Abraham Lincoln.
And that will lose you.
And that too is wrong. So I dropped to 9,400. What's the correct response?
We're talking about
George Washington.
You've come out ahead as our champion.
Alright, well, I'm left with 9,400, but it's enough for me to win.
So long.
And we'll see you for the next segment.